Hello and welcome to the Trophy Edition, full-time report. The Global Gooners, Jack and Moran. Unfortunately, we lost Danny and Alex throughout the way, but Moran's got his flag right there. You know what? First trophy in 9 years is absolutely brilliant. I'm in the middle of a coffee shop in who knows where in Northern Ontario. Only place I could find Wi-Fi to watch the match and do the show, but absolutely ecstatic. Arsenal had to do it the hard way, Moran. Like, just going 2-0 down, even when we tied it up 2-2, Gibbs had that one chance where he flew it over the bar, and who knows where the match was going after that. Okay, you can sit down. You can sit down now. You can sit down now. But just absolutely brilliant. And Moran, what was the turning point in the match in terms of when we started to pick up real momentum? Obviously the free kick, but in my opinion, has to go out to Sanogo. He was an absolute bully up top.
It was great. It was honestly great to see. Obviously, Arsenal never makes it the easy way. You know, going down to it's like every obstacle put up against Arsenal in the past 9 years was in that match. It felt like every emotion, every little issue that media, all the criticism media put on Arsenal past 9 years was in that match. Apart from the match itself, Arsenal never lost control. Like after Cazorla got that one back, it felt like Arsenal was thoroughly in control of this match. It's just a matter of time where we got that equalizer. And gosh, of course, obviously it's the coach, it's Koscielny. Whenever a big moment comes up, he's there to rise up.
Now
and then you got. Yeah, you were talking about it before this hangout that when Sanogo came on, difference maker. It showed. It really showed. Or you could also say playing two up front, maybe that put a little more pressure on the whole City defense. Go ahead.
Well, Moran, don't you think that not only Sanogo coming on, he played well, but he also improved Giroud immensely. Like Giroud's just a different animal when he has a second striker up with him. But he didn't have the greatest matches in the first half, but I think he picked it up in the second half. Just absolutely, as an Arsenal fan, there's so much emotion through the last 3 hours or so. Just absolutely, the lowest of the low to the highest of the high. Just been an absolute roller coaster, Moran.
Oh, obviously. I said before the game, there's no way we lost this game. During the match, when we were down 2-0, I'm like, there's no way we actually lose this match. But then once the time keeps ticking, I get more and more anxious. If we lose, I don't know what I would do. But thankfully, all is well, all is good. And then it was fitting that it was Ramsey. I was saying to myself, Sanogo, he's due his goal. Maybe he was going to get the winner. Wilshere,
I think it was going to be Sanogo. I thought it was going to be Sanogo.
I thought it was going to be Sanogo too. But then Ramsey is a fitting tale, man of the season for Arsenal. His injury, the injury worries he's had the whole season. But God bless him. He put on a stellar performance. And then that goal. It looked like an easy goal at first, but damn. And that outside foot just perfectly. It touched the side netting possibly. It was splendid. It was splendid.
I think a big shout out has to go out to Arsene Wenger as well with the way he used his substitutes. Obviously Sanogo coming on made a huge difference, but I think the timing of his substitutes was absolutely fantastic. Bringing on Jack Wilshere and Thomas Rosicky at the beginning of the second half in the extra time period.
God bless Wenger. God bless. For once, he listened to me. I think he saw this hangout. He heard me say, "Bring on Wilshere and Rosicky." I think he heard me. I think God bless him. He finally when he listens to me, we win a trophy. God bless him.
Moran, the difference between you and Wenger is you would have brought him on in the 70th minute. Wenger, he brought him on the perfect time when they were going to make a huge difference. He knew Hull would be tired, and the last 15 minutes would be the time to strike. We had the squad to take us to the last 15 minutes, and you know what? He brought them on because not only do they provide attacking prowess with Rosicky, Wilshere, their defensive work when we got that goal was absolutely fantastic, and there's no way Mesut Ozil, Santi Cazorla would have made that same effort. But on that Ozil and Cazorla subject, I thought Cazorla played pretty well. Ozil was pretty poor, but you know what? It doesn't matter, man. We're the 2014 champs.
Of course, it's God bless that. It looked kind of funny when Podolski started playing at the top of the trophy. Oh God! But it was just a great moment. My favorite moment, I had two in the post-game celebration. Actually, it was when they lifted Wenger, started drenching him with the booze, and just really made it one for him. And then another one was, before that, all that was Sanya doing his little prayer. I think that was just a really great moment. Not just, it's just all the past 7 years he's been at Arsenal, like all of that into this moment. He deserves it. God bless him in his future endeavors.
Man, just seeing Arsene Wenger lift that trophy before the players, I thought it was a very classy move by Thomas Mullen to give him that trophy before it went on. And just the joy,
Wenger was smiling. Wenger was smiling.
Like, I'm in this small coffee shop, absolutely buzzing, and everybody's just looking at me like, "Who the hell is this guy?" But you know what? We won the FA Cup, and it doesn't matter. I'll take all those weird looks. But Moran, who was your man of the match? It has to be Aaron.
Oh God, everybody was a man of the match. No, but when we win a trophy, I don't pick out one player. I pick out the whole team for finally seizing their moment. Really, is God bless this whole team. God bless this club. God bless.
You've been listening to the national anthem too much, Moran. What's with you and God bless? You're not a very religious guy, but today everything changed.
Anyway, it was a great moment. Fabianski, I don't know what that was. He put in a good shit. But if that resulted in a goal, I don't know what I don't even want to talk about. We won the match. I don't even care. Doesn't matter to me.
This as I said before, just a roller coaster. So many different times. Obviously, the goals were pure fantasy, but there's other times when it looked like there was no hope. Gibbs. Well, first of all, the 2 goals. It could have been 3. It could really Gibbs cleared it off the line, but other roller coaster moments. Gibbs missing from about 6 yards away. Oh Lord! And then Giroud in the extra time hitting the bar. You just thought it wasn't our day, man.
Giroud hitting everything but the net. God, it doesn't matter though. It doesn't matter. They finally seized it. Oh gosh. Oh.
But some talking points going forward. Sanogo kind of looks like he looks so raw, but every game he's playing in, he's improving, and that's a really good sign to see. I don't quite know if he'll be ready next year, but a lone season, Moran, for that guy playing constant games for 1 year, he'd come back. He looks like he has a little bit of Lukaku in him.
I wouldn't say Lukaku. I see more. I don't want to say his name. He's everyone at Arsenal. I'm pretty sure everyone knows who I'm talking about. Yeah. But he's got sort of that in him, except he's not a traitor. Hopefully not. And then, yeah, a lone season for him would do wonders. But you can tell the potential he has. Whenever he's streaking forward, obviously he doesn't have the greatest of dribbling. It's evident. But just getting more confidence. Just getting more accustomed to consistent starting 11 opportunities.
I think this win does us wonders because if you look at just a parallel season in La Liga, that Atletico Madrid won the league today, Morant. And going into next year, the thing that won them the league is obviously some of their quality players, but also the team unity and team spirit they showed. I think this is a huge stepping stone in our team unity, our team spirit going on next year. That maybe we add a player or 2 world-class players in quality. And then, we have that team unity that we've built throughout the last couple of years. And winning today, I think it's just going to spur us on to bigger and better things.
Oh, for sure. It does wonders. Getting that pressure there's not going to be a more pressured moment than winning this trophy. Just in the psyche, because in the past 9 years, constant ridicule of Arsenal not winning the trophy. So getting being this squad that got the monkey off the back would do wonders for this whole team. And to further add on, just 1 or 2 players, a striker, the big, imposing defensive mid, and possibly a right back. It's just going to be an interesting summer transfer window.
Looks like Danny just joined us, but I'm going to put up a comment that I found pretty funny right here from Benjo B. If someone at the Emirates knows where the key for the trophy cabinet is, just coming to the new stadium. We're going to put that board up. 2014 FA Cup win, just absolutely brilliant. And you hear it from Arsene Wenger all the time in his post-match conferences. The resilience in the squad was absolutely fantastic. And you know what? It was today. We were 2-0 down, and we came back 3-2. Just a portrayal of how our season's gone. So many ups and downs, and we pulled together, we pulled through, and that's all that matters. Danny, nice of you to join us. What did you think of the match? Absolutely buzzing.
Oh man, I had so many people leaving for the game. When we went 2-0 down, I can't even tell you, Jack, how I was feeling. It was.
Yeah, I think it was I know how you're feeling, because I bet you me and Moran were feeling the exact same thing there.
Oh man, as soon as I hit extra time, I was like, even though we were dominating, I was still nervous. I thought, if they get one corner, one break, because we're pushing so many people forward, we could have messed it up. But oh, so good. So it's just relief. That's the word. Just relief. Did it. Done it. And seeing Arsene Wenger lift a trophy after so much abuse he's had from even his own fans over the years, to see him lift a trophy, he just deserves it so much. Whatever happens.
Yeah. My day was absolutely crazy. I've been going back and forth from this small bar in the middle of northern Ontario, the middle of nowhere, to watch the match and then come to this coffee shop for some Wi-Fi. And it was freezing in there. I was trembling, just the nervousness. After Aaron Ramsey scored that goal, and I want to touch on something that Moran said earlier as well. Koscielny, just not only a defensive rock, a solid player, the way he scores important goals. He scored in the last year against Newcastle. He came up.
The last game of the season is always him.
And then against West Brom the year before that, and this year, just absolutely brilliant. And how I think Koscielny is making strides to being the best defender in the league, Moran.
Oh, for sure. I actually a week ago, I think I retweeted Michael Richards, who said Koscielny is the best center back in the Premier League. Michael Richards, he plays with Vincent Kompany. I don't know what kind of dispute they have over there, but to get that kind of appraisal from a player like Michael Richards, who's well respected around the league, is quite big. And then Koscielny and Mertesacker and Koscielny lifted the trophy together.
That was probably one of the best.
That was classy.
That was and just so many moments, and just seeing the joy on each player's face. It was special for each player. Just different guys, up and coming players like Chamberlain, Wilshire, Ramsey, but then also the experienced guys that have been on the grind with us. With Sanya, another player I can think of is Rosicki. Just absolutely brilliant. And then the energy you get from the German boys, Lucas, and the player I think it meant most to on the squad. Obviously, it all meant a lot to all of them, but Mertesacker, Danny. Like, the joy on his face was unbelievable.
Exactly. I felt happiest watching the senior players lift the trophy. The ones that have been there for 5, 6, 7 years. No silverware. Watching them, especially like Rosicki, like you said, Rosicki, players like that, seeing them lift a trophy, they deserve it. They deserve it so much. They put in so much every season, and there's times we come so close, but this year they just deserve it. And it was really good to see that happen.
I just want to give a little criticism to Moran before the match. I'm coming to you, Moran. You said it'd be a cakewalk, but man, this was such an exciting final. You said 3-1, 4, a little stroll in the park, but I told you it's going to be tough, and it was just.
I know, I took it,
man.
I forgot that I support Arsenal and we never make it easy. Then I saw the stat that the past 10 FA Cup finals were decided by a margin of 1 goal. So I probably got one prediction wrong. Yeah, it's not gonna happen again. Don't worry about that.
But man, that's a FA Cup final for the ages for sure. So much excitement, so much passion, and realistically, I think we're unlucky to come out. I thought we came out with some. We weren't bad off the gates, but a couple bad deflections. We're 2-0 down. And then after that, the stretch between the 20th and 40th minute, I thought we stamped our impression on the game very well. Cazorla was pulling the strings there. And just to go over that free kick, I think McGregor should have done a little better, but I thought he was absolutely fantastic shot from the little man Santi, and the emotion after he scored, throwing his hands up like a real Spanish man, and it was brilliant. Danny, Moran and I were talking before the match about just more the future and Jenkinson. What are your thoughts on Jenkinson going forward for that right back position? Because it seems as if Sanya's off, hopefully not to Man City, but it looks pretty likely that he is going there.
I think we've got to take our time with him. I mean, I still think there's a huge gap between Sanya's quality and Jenkinson's. I mean, I'd like to see us bring in another right back, maybe for a year or two. Keep using Jenkinson the way we have been using him. There's now and again cup games, things like that. I just don't want to rush him into the first team. I think he needs more time. Yeah. I just don't want to rush him into the first team.
Exactly. Just what a day. Just overall, guys, I think we played pretty well. But, you know, it doesn't matter how we played. It matters about the result, the trophy, the accolades that we receive. And I thought a credit has to go out to Arsene Wenger, because a lot of people will criticize him for the slow start that we had. And really, I think that's down to the players and just some bad luck. But the way that Wenger pulled the strings in the second half and going into extra time, I think he really won us that match. And it was he did very well tactically, timing of the substitutions, because that's the difference between Moran and Arsene Wenger right there. Moran wanted to put on Thomas Rosicky and Jack Wilshere, but you know what? He would have put them on in the 70th minute when they would, and then in extra time they'd be tired as well. But you know, Arsene Wenger, he's the man. He's the genius, and he puts them on right in going into the second half of extra time. The timing was immaculate. You know, we go on to win the trophy. Moran, just any last things that you want to say about today? Because it's a special day for Arsenal fans, and we just want to take it all in.
I got nothing left to say. The players did that for me today. God, what a day.
Danny, do you want to touch on we haven't actually given enough credit to the back four. We haven't talked about them much. Obviously, Gibbs could have been a little better with his chance. Gave me a heart attack there, but just a very solid second half, extra time, and just you couldn't really do much with their goals. Lucky deflections, but Murtis, I thought Koscielny could have a pretty good shout for the man of the match today. What are your thoughts?
I think the whole FA Cup run, no other fan from any other club can say we didn't deserve it. You beat so many big teams along the way. I think the way the game started today, that could have happened to any other big team.
Yeah.
Chelsea, you know, just getting caught cold on a corner in the first 10 minutes, going 2-0 down, could have happened to anyone. And I think the way our season's gone, when we've started slowly against Liverpool, Chelsea, when we've been beating 4-5, 6-0, and going into this game, you know, 2-0 down, the heads could have dropped. But I think for this to happen in the final, come back from 2-0 down, win 3-2, perfect ending to a cup final. You know, no one can say that we did it the easy way, and you know, just amazing cup run, fully deserved. No critic anywhere could say we didn't deserve it.
Yeah, and also I know this might be a little bit of sour grapes, but I thought the refereeing was brutal today. The lack of fouls that he was calling, the fouls he was calling on us. I didn't think there was any consistency in his calls, and I think we had a couple good penalty shouts. But who really cares about Lee Probert at the moment? We won the cup, and it's just gonna spur us on. Nothing else from you, Moran. You're good, Danny. Anything else?
No, that's pretty much it. Just
what a game! Still, I'm still thinking about it.
Yeah. Gonna have a nice celebrate, but it's hard to celebrate in the middle of. I don't even know where I'm. Brecon, Ontario. There's no one around, but you know, hey, what can you do? I'm gonna celebrate by myself. I'm gonna have a good time, me and my brother. But going forward, obviously we need to sign good signings. It's a real opportunity for us to go on and win the league next year, get some more trophies, and for the summer, look out for some good videos. Also, this new channel that I know Robbie and myself are going to be involved in. Football Fan TV about the World Cup. I know I'm going down to the World Cup. I'm going to be seeing quarterfinal, round of 16 match down there. We're going to give you guys a lot of good analysis. I know Moran's going to be joining me in that. It's going to be Mac and Mo for the World Cup, but right now it's all about Arsenal, and I'm sure there's going to be lots of post-match reaction from Robbie, videos from the ground, and even after that, the Hangouts on Monday or Tuesday is going to be absolutely brilliant. Look out for that. And just all you Gooners out there, go out, celebrate, have a good time, because you know what? This is what it's all about. Any last words, boys? I think we're all good. Up the Arsenal.
Fun!